My real name is Darryl Austin, but DJ because I'm a junior. So I get this name because I was in and out of the detention center as a kid. And I was in and out of the detention center as a kid. I got out 13 years old from committing an armed robbery, and the whole neighborhood loved me. So they stamped me with the name Juby. That was the praise that I was getting. So years and years, that was 13 years old. So years and years, I'm in and out of facilities. I'm in and out of juvenile programs, and that name just stuck with me. So that's why a lot of people know me as Juby. But as you see now, my social media name is Rebirth of Juve.
Nice.
Because now it's different.
What's up, guys? We're here with another episode of the Discipline Legacy Podcast. I got my buddy Juby. Juby. That's just like juvenile.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get that name? Was it mom gave you that name, or is it a nickname, or?
The streets gave me that name.
The streets gave you that name.
It's a funny story because I was young. First off, I'm from Deerfield Beach, Florida. My real name is Darryl Austin, but
right.
DJ because I'm a junior.
DJ.
So I get this name because I was in and out of the detention center as a kid. And I was in and out of the detention center as a kid. So, it's called Juvie.
Yeah. Juve Hall.
Juvie Hall.
Yeah, I've been there.
So it's so crazy how you can get accolades and you can get praise from doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how I got my name. I got out 13 years old from committing an armed robbery, and the whole neighborhood loved me.
Yeah.
So they stamped me with the name Juvie. And at a young age, I wanted to feel accepted, Right. I wanted to feel so accepted, so I just kept up the image of Juvie.
That's the attention you were getting. That's what you were receiving, so you kept it moving.
That was the praise that I was getting. So years and years, that was 13 years old. So years and years, I'm in and out of facilities. I'm in and out of juvenile programs, and that name just stuck with me. So that's why a lot of people know me as Juby. But as you see now, my social media name is Rebirth of Juby.
Nice.
Because now it's different. It's different, you know what I'm saying? It hit different. But a little bit about me, I'm from Deerfield Beach, Florida. I was raised in a household with a father and a mother. So I was blessed to have a father in the household. So it's just the surroundings. My city it's a small city, so the only two things you really could do is play sports. Football is big.
Oh, yeah.
Football is huge. So the only two things that you can do is play ball or, get in the streets. Right. And luckily for me, my dad was a football coach. So I was blessed to play football. Yes, sir. So I was playing football.
Where'd you play?
Deerfield Beach Rattlers.
No, what position?
I played quarterback, corner, and receiver.
Nice.
I was an athlete.
Yeah.
I was an athlete.
Till I got
to
man.
Till I got to high school.
That. That's like once you become a Marine, it's like you're always a Marine.
Yeah, you don't really lose it.
Yeah.
It just sidetracked.
Yeah.
The streets played a part of me in sports.
But quarterback, that's a big position because you're the leader. And I was a defense. I played cornerback and middle linebacker, so I was a defense guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So defense wins championships. Offense sells tickets.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. But yeah, my dad was always there, so that's not an excuse for me to, going back and forth in incarceration. What took me for a loop was the attention the drug dealers was getting around the park where I was playing at.
Right.
The attention that they was getting, dang, they pulling up with 24 inches. They pulling up, the girls flocking to them. Yeah. So I grew an interest in that, dang, what they're doing that, these people that's coaching football, they're not getting respected like these people. So I kind of grew an interest to I was curious.
100%.
I was curious, dang, what they're doing. So now I'm hanging around areas where they're hanging at. Now I'm hanging around their little brothers and little cousins because I want to be like them now. It's always a dream of being an NFL player. Yeah. It's always a dream, but once I seen how the females and the attention that they was getting, I kind of drifted over to this path. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm hanging around different people. I'm getting to middle school. I'm jumping off campus. I'm smoking weed now, 6th grade. So I'm still playing football, but it's like I'm doing more street stuff now.
Yeah.
Because now it's to the point where
We have very, very similar stories in that way. I was baseball, though. Baseball was my sport.
okay.
But
So now I'm of age. So now I'm like, all right, I'm grown. I'm 14, so now I'm grown. So,
yeah.
okay,
I'm an adult.
I'm an adult.
I got this.
I got it.
Yeah.
You know? So
I knew everything till I turned 18.
I knew everything.
Yeah.
I knew everything. That's why I try to tell, like, my son now. My son is, he's going to be 15. He just had a prom yesterday. But I try to use I always use my life. When I talk to my nephews, I use my life. I'm 30.
Okay.
So I use my life as an example.
Right.
I don't like to, like, just tell people things and they be like, you ain't been through what we've been through. You don't know what's going on. That's why I like to use my life as an example. I got the mug shots to show you. I got the prison. I got the receipts. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people look at people's life and be like, you don't know what I've been through. You wasn't never on drugs. You weren't never in the streets.
You going back into the jails and stuff now?
Not yet. Okay. Not yet, but I'm looking forward to doing that. Because I really want to touch the juveniles. I want to go back to juvenile because that's where I started. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the juveniles.
There's still hope, too.
It's hope.
There's still hope. There's hope in everybody, but, we're all still caught up in that, like, I think every man, like, we look like men. We are of age, like you said, but we still have that little boy inside of us. There's something from our childhood that has kept us, I'm not going to say broken because, I don't regret anything I went through. Everything I went through made me who I am today, and I don't regret any of that. And even though it was hard and a tough time and I kept beating my head up against the wall, like, the character of man who I am today was built because of going through all that.
I can agree. I can agree and I can relate.
But I love that, pouring into the kids.
The hindering, that what you was trying to, like, the word, like, certain things that we didn't experience as a child or that we lagged in, it kind of hinder us to this day.
Yeah.
It does. It really does. But like you said, it builds characteristics of where we are now. Because I feel like,
it's straight up. It's a character. We have a character about us where, like, I go in side by side with a guy who, let's call him, he's a church-going guy, and he's coming into the jail and prison ministry. And then I come in and, hey, I sat in the same chair you're sitting in. I was sitting in that exact same plastic chair 6 years ago. They're going to pay more attention to me.
Their eyes going to open up like, hold on, let me see what he's saying, how he got here.
Yeah. So that's the powerfulness that comes with, overcoming that lifestyle. I mean. Definitely.
And it's crazy for me to say this. I'm not glorifying jail, but if it wasn't for jail, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Yeah. And I'm going to elaborate on that. But if it wasn't for me going to jail, I wouldn't be here right now. So I'm going to take you through this little story. So, okay, I go to prison. I go to prison for armed robbery that I didn't commit, but I was driving, Go to prison for it. I'm in prison, get in the Word. Because I grew up in the Word. I grew up a Christian. My dad was in church. My mom was in church. So I grew up.
So you were fed. Your seed was planted.
I grew up
at a young age.
Yeah, it was planted. I grew up in the choir.
Okay.
And my mom always told me, when you go through something, you better pray to God. She taught me my prayers at a young age. Our Father who art in heaven. She taught me that at a young age. So now I'm in a situation where I'm like, man, I got to pray. I got to get closer to God, And in the midst of being in prison, it's so fast paced and a lot of stuff going on. I get closer to God, but as soon as I get out, reality hit again. And so now that juvie mentality hit again. Oh, yeah, he fresh out of prison, and it's the same praise. It's so crazy that people will praise you for doing wrong, but when you get right, you lame, you scary, or you think you better than us. But when you're sinning,
they're right there with you.
They're right there with you.
Well, I used to call it my frenemy. And today I call the enemy the devil. Right. The enemy is not of anything that has to do with God. So, but that's what I had an abundance of when I was running the streets was frenemies. They were there because of what I had, who I was hanging out with, what I was able to give them, and they weren't your real friends because when I was in jail and I needed somebody to put money on my books or something like that, where were they at?
Facts.
Where were they at?
Facts.
The only true people that were there for me was my family, and there was a point in time where it got to where they weren't even there. And but yeah,
I feel like in those situations, sometimes your family get burnt out. Like my situation, like I've been in and out of jail since 13, 14 years old, all the way till I'm 27.
I was in a level 6 program at 11. Was when I first got in trouble.
Yeah, so like through the years, sometimes people, like I got sisters, like I love my sister to death. I know y'all gonna look at this video, nothing against you, I love them to death.
Right.
But like my last incarceration in the county jail, like they'll talk to me, but they wasn't sending nothing.
Yeah.
And now that I'm out and I'm kind of a couple years older, I'm like, yeah, I see why. Because all the times that they did.
Well, I feel like too, like especially when we're in jail, like we're talking to our family, we're like, man, when I get out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and they're just like, yeah, right. They're listening, they're hearing what we're saying, but they're like, yeah, right. Because you say sorry how many times, and they're gonna be like, yeah, you are sorry. And and that's what I kind of pour into the guys whenever I go into the jail. Is like, take this as a time of rehabilitation for what it is. Really, jail is for rehabilitation. It was best detox center I ever went to was county jail. Best rehabilitation I've ever went to was when I actually utilized it as that instead of just going through the days watching TV, playing cards. Like when I actually utilized it and poured into myself and got in those self-help books and got into that Bible and got into actually trying to rehabilitate myself versus just going with what everybody else was doing, I received true results. I took advantage of every single one of those resources when they have the reentry program here. So you have the ability, they'll give you clothes, they'll give you boots, they'll take you to go, they'll give you a bicycle. You know, there was a prison ministry that I went into, and I'll tell you about that later too, because this is about you. But that took me off the streets with nothing. My family didn't want nothing to do with me. I had the clothes on my back. I didn't even have a job yet, and they were like, "Come on, let's go, come stay here." And I took that opportunity as a rehabilitation as well. Instead of hanging out, starting smoking cigarettes again. Why would I start smoking again if I just didn't smoke for 8 months? Why would I even start a $10, $15 a day habit, whatever it was then, if I haven't been doing it? So, but that's God. I attribute every bit of my heart changing to Him, because God, He spared me for a reason, and right here just for what we're doing, you know.
That's a blessing, and that's so real. It hit home because I can really relate to that. So I'm gonna continue. So okay, I get out of prison, right? Okay, I get right back to the mind frame of Juve. So I'm in the streets.
The same old Juve.
Same old Juve.
Yeah.
I'm in the streets with guns. I'm in the streets. I'm in a trap. I don't care. Like I'm scrapped. Yeah. Don't care. Like it's like my mentality.
What do you think takes you to that like mindset again, to the I don't care mindset? What was it? Just
I think the
fact that you like, because for me, like I was in a hole. I was like, and I got out. I didn't have nothing. I was sleeping on my mom's couch. Like I'm like, man, if I could be any lower, like so like it was just easier for me to go back to what I was doing.
Yeah, it's easy. Like you said, it's way easier.
Instead of going to get a job, making $15, $20 an hour.
Back to the basics.
Right.
I'm going to go back to the basics. I'm going to hang around people that didn't send me nothing. I'm going to hang around the people who helped destruct my life. I'm going to hang around them. It's more easy. I don't have no responsibilities. I don't have to grow up mentally.
Right.
I can be around them. It's way easier. So I end up catching a gun case, right? Catching a gun case, go to the county jail. I've been out 11 months.
Wow. Didn't even make it a year.
Didn't even make it a year. So now, it's a law like reoffender.
Right.
So now they can hit me with a whole boatload of time.
Up the road for a while.
They can hit me with a long time. So, all right, I'm in the county jail. First thing I do, God, please, if you get me out, I'm going to do this. 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 God, just let me out this time. God spoke to me and said, listen, start right here. Do it here.
Yeah. Sometimes the blessing is not letting you out.
That's the blessing.
Yeah.
That's the blessing.
We don't realize that. We look at it like we question God sometimes. I questioned God. God, why am I in trouble again? Why this? The blessing was Him leaving me there to the 2 weeks after I got to jail, my mind cleared. And I'm like, it ain't their fault. It's my fault.
And that's when you begin to grow up,
yeah. Especially
spiritually. And we got kind of similar stories. So, all right, I'm in the county jail. God told me, nah, start here. So I'm like, what you mean start here? Like, what I'm supposed to do? All right. I'm finna go back to my roots.
Right.
Let me order me a Bible on this kiosk. Bible come, I'm in my word. All right. Randomly pick a page, James chapter 1.
Oh, wow.
I'm reading James chapter 1. Through trials and tribulations. Be happy during trials and tribulations. What?
That's a powerful chapter right there, too.
So I just kept reading, and I'm like, how you expect for me to be happy, God, in a situation like this? So I just kept reading that scripture, and then God was talking to me like, listen, even though you're going through this, your situation can be worse. Use this as a stepping stone. So, all right, I got a couple bunkies in my room. Hey, what you reading today, bro? You reading the Bible? So now they getting like, okay, let me see what he reading. So now it turns into something big in my cell. Like I'm having like Bible studies with gang members, with people who's facing life.
It takes a strong leader to be able to do that.
So now I'm having full Bible studies. And a couple of my homeboys who's out on the streets, who's in the county, y'all gonna see this, y'all gonna be like, man, he's telling the truth. It's to the point where like 20 inmates in my room. So That's it's count awesome. Time. So the CO's like, man, where everybody at? Come by my cell, open the door. Hey, what y'all doing it? They see me in the middle with my Bible and all the inmates just looking at me, like getting the word. He like, hey, listen, y'all got 10 more minutes. Hey, if y'all not in cell, boom, 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 y'all go in y'all cell.
Wow.
Every day. We was doing it every single day.
Wow.
And God gave me a vision. God gave me a vision. I had like a dream. I'm gonna say a dream. So my dream was I was lead. It was the prison walls fell down, right? And it was me walking out, right? So I looked back and I told the inmates, I waved them on like, come on. And it was like me and like 100 inmates.
You got them all out.
And I got them all out. That was my vision.
You freed them.
So I go back to thinking like when I asked God, help me get out. Let me get out, God. And he told me like, start from here. I knew what mission I was supposed to be on. I knew what mission I was on. I'm supposed to save their soul in here. Because it's so easy for me to get out and do the same thing, but it's people in here hurting. They hurting like.
Well, just like you said, the seed was planted for you when you were young. Even if let's say you got 20 guys in there, even if 10 of them got a seed planted, even if one of them got a seed planted, your purpose was fulfilled.
That's a blessing.
But you already had more because of your history and being in the Word. So like for me, I was new. Like I was still like talking about God's Word, but I didn't know enough about it to be able to, like I didn't know what do they call it, the parable. I didn't know what a parable was. I was just reading it like it was like you were reading instead of internalizing it, unpacking it, breaking it down.
And that's what I'm good at. I'm good at like, as you can see, you follow me on social media. I'm good at like breaking down scripture. I'm good at that, especially like to the people who really, okay, if they read but they not comprehending, I'm good at like explaining it. And that's why I won over a lot of people in jail by reading certain scriptures. They be like, hey, Juve, I don't get what that mean. I'm like, all right, I might put in a scenario of we in jail, or I might put a hood scenario. Okay, if he do this, make him understandable. Whatever it is to win your soul or to have you like, okay, I'm finna go in my room and read the Bible.
Right.
That's what I was good at.
Wow.
You know, but you know when you're doing righteousness, the devil stays at attack. 100%. Stays at attack. Attacking you. So okay, I'm getting lawyer visits, going to court. Oh yeah, they're offering 113 months. Like what, God? What? You see what I'm doing? Like why? So I'm mad. I come back from the dorm. I come back from court mad. So this old school tell me, he was like, listen, you've been doing good. Forget what they're saying. Listen, before you snap, go ahead and write your feelings down, bro, and just rip it up and flush it.
Get rid of it.
All right, rip it up and flush it. All right. So I just went to writing. But I'm not flushing it. I'm writing. So my bunkie, he like, why you write every day now, bro? Why you write? Like, what you writing? I'm like, just how I feel.
Right.
He like, let me hear one of them. So I'm like, all right. I read something. He was like, bro, that's a poem? I'm like, nah, that's just how I feel.
Right.
He was like, bro, that sounds like a poem.
Yeah.
He was like, it's hard though. Turn it back over, got in his bunk. I'm thinking to myself like, So I go to flipping through my pages, reading them like I'm just journaling.
Yeah.
And that's how I made my book.
That's awesome.
That's how I made how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like pleading to God. You know how David wrote Psalms and he pleading to God in certain, bro, it's a lot of poems in there. I'm really like having conversations with God.
That's
you know?
powerful.
And that's how that's how I dropped my book, my poem book.
Yeah.
85% of them poems I made in jail, going through it. That's amazing, just because off advice, somebody telling me, he gave me that's great advice. Write it down and flush it, man. Before you crash out, write it down and flush it. So I never flushed it.
But that's God utilizing people who are around you in all of our situations. Like it couldn't even, these are, the spiritual realm is something we can never comprehend. Like sometimes that person may be that person, but they have a spirit inside of them that was meant to receive, for you to receive something from them at that moment in time. You know, like when Karen flicks you off in traffic and gives you the finger, it's not Karen, it's the spirit that's inside of her that's attacking you. Like people don't realize that everything that we fight with every single day it's in a spiritual realm. We can't see it. It's around us all times. And when we are emitting a certain light or energy that God has within us, we're going to be attacked or we're going to be blessed by, like you said, angels, spirits that are coming to us through people.
Right.
But being able to look back and discern that situation, that was the beginning of your journey. That was
the beginning. Definitely. That's the beginning. That's the beginning. I'm so blessed. That's why I say what I said when I said, jail saved me. Jail saved me. Got sober. Yeah. Got sober. It's about to be 3 years in December. Didn't touch a Blackie mouse, a vape.
Yep.
Nothing. And I feel better.
Yeah, man.
I feel way much better.
I tell people I get to experience life now. Before I wasn't even trying to cover it up, but like I wasn't being able to experience it fully. Even smoking a joint. Like I would go, oh, I want to go see the sunrise, but I want to see the sunrise like with a blunt.
Right.
Why can't I just enjoy the sunrise? It's beautiful. It's amazing. God paints pictures every single day that I'm able to see and know. Like I might not even pray that day, or I might not be as spiritually grounded as I normally are on a daily basis, but I'm driving to work and I look over and I see the sunrise and I see the palm trees and I say, I see you, God. He's speaking to us.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And, but I don't need all that extra stuff. That's something you're putting inside of yourself. It's filling a void that can only be filled by Him. It's a temporary void filling. The eternal void is Him.
Yep. That's what we miss. Like when people do drugs, I feel like when people do drugs, it's either something happened, right? But instead of turning to God, they turn to a substance or a beverage so they can try to escape reality.
I feel like too, yes, they're escaping reality, but most of us, like it's a tradition or a culture. It's part of us. Like we've done it for so long. Like I said, smoking weed was that I did it every day. I was just used to it. So I did it not because I wanted to or because I had to, but because it was just a part of who I was. And some families and cultures, like my family smokes weed. The whole family smokes weed. That's just what they do. You go to the birthday party, guess what? They're smoking weed. You go to the wedding, they're smoking weed. Some families drink. They got a bottle of whatever on the table, or they got 40s or whatever there was. But my family smoked weed. And I thought that I was a tradition that I was supposed to carry on because that's what I saw every single day growing up. And we see that now. And sometimes like it's just normal for folks. That's what they do. I'm stressed out. Let me smoke. Instead of just, hey, I'm stressed out. God, help me. Help me get through this. Because no matter what, you got to get through it. Whether you smoke weed or you don't smoke weed, you got to get through it either way.
You got to get through it. It's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. You might smoke and be high for about an hour, but
temporary
it's still there.
Solution to an ongoing problem.
There. So that made me think about this because I go to a men's group every Monday.
That's awesome, man. Mine's Monday nights too.
All right, it's this kid. He was saying like he's trying to like break the habit of smoking. Mm-hmm. And he was saying all these excuses, right? Like, oh yeah, I got ADHD. Hmm. So the pastor say something to him. Well, I go through this. So he'll say something else to him. I go through this, and I need something to like substitute it. I say, for one, you doing good. I always try to give people the up. You're doing good because you expressed it. Right. A lot of people hold that in, so that's good. You're doing men's group with us, and you vocally speaking around strangers. That's good. I say, listen, get closer to God. You ever hit the gym? Like, I'm like, listen, try to go to the gym, bro.
Yeah.
Man, go to the gym. I get mad. I go to the gym. I go for a walk. I go for a jog. Go to the gym, bro. I said, once I got cleaned up.
You're releasing the same dopamine that you're getting from a drug.
You're releasing and you're getting active. And you're looking better. And you're feeling better. I say, listen, once I got cleaned up and off drugs, I say I'm able to write me a book because I got time.
Yeah.
I'm not lazy. I'm not high. I got time now to like, my mind is now working on the pace where it supposed to been working, but now this is the pace where I supposed to. God can talk to me clearly because I'm not foggy.
Right.
I'm not slouchy drunk. God can talk to me clearly.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the devil able to like hit you at if you're not of a sober mind. He's able to throw certain things and have you in depression, have you miserable, or say certain things, and have you, know.
That's the mindset that you have when the enemy's attacking you, is that I'm not good enough. I got this so I can't do this. I got this man-made thing, ADHD. That ADHD is a superpower. If you look at it the right way, it's a superpower. You can write a book. You could do anything if you harness that energy in a positive way, instead of using it as an excuse, saying that I can't do this because of this. I was so smart that I'd get in a fight at school. I'd be like, oh, I forgot to take my medicine this morning. So I was like, yeah, I fought the dude because I forgot to take my Ritalin. That's just it is an excuse. You don't want to tell somebody who's new in their faith that, but like, you can't claim that over your life. You have to speak life over your life. You can't say, I can't do this because of that, because you done gave up before you even tried. If you say you can't, before you even tried, before you took the first step towards that goal, you already gave up because you said you can't.
And it's the power of the tongue, like you said, bro. It's the power of the tongue. We have to speak life.
That scripture is the one that I know like the back of my hand. Death and life is in the power of the tongue.
Proverbs 18:21.
Those who love it will eat of its fruits.
Definitely. And that's so true. I have to catch my wife sometimes. She might say certain things.
You know, that whole chapter is full of stuff about talking, the tongue.
Right.
That whole chapter is filled with it. I didn't know that until recently. We did Proverbs.
Yeah. That's why I'm going through Proverbs on my YouTube. But that's a good Proverbs every month. I feel like it keep you grounded.
You know where I learned that?
What?
Jail.
Yeah.
So there's 31 days.
31 days.
There's 31 Proverbs. Yeah. And that's when I wake up in the morning and there's like, what am I doing this morning? I go straight to Proverbs.
Yeah. I learned that in jail too, bro. Yeah. That's crazy.
Some people are like, go start in John. Like, if you're somebody who's new to your faith, like, especially somebody who's been a rebel or been incarcerated or been in jail, like, Proverbs is the best thing you can get because it's little guidelines that you're learning. They're like, hey, if I want to be a better person, I need to do this.
Definitely.
And you can read the same proverb this month and read it next month, and you'll get something completely different from it.
That's facts.
Yeah, the word is living, it's alive.
That's a fact.
No matter what you're going through, you're going to get something different from what he wants you to receive.
That's a blessing. I just read Proverbs today. It's the 23rd. I read Proverbs 23. What that was, I want to say 13 or 12, when it talks about discipline your child.
Yeah.
Spare your child a rod, or discipline your child. If you spare them a rod, you can spare them from going to hell. Something in that sense, right?
Right.
And that's another thing. That's another thing also, because just me. I'm talking about me, right? No offense to parents. I'm talking about me. Like I told you, I grew up with a mother and a father, right? I got 3 older sisters. I'm the baby boy. Mm-hmm. So my parents them had me when they was in their mid-30s. So I wasn't getting disciplined. I wasn't getting whoopings.
They were like, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And when my dad did try to discipline me, my mom was like, not my baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that kind of like...
Yeah, she protected you.
That kind of like gave me a crutch.
Yeah.
When I got older. You know, I'm older now so I can speak of it.
Right.
But I'm man enough to say...
But you processed it and you learned that was the reason why you acted or reacted. Yeah.
That's the reason, because I felt like my mom always saved me. Wherever I got shipped to.
Instead of experiencing your consequence.
Discipline.
Same for me. My mom did the same thing.
Discipline. And we kids need that. Especially now, this era coming up, they need it. Not saying just beat the crap out of your child, but you know.
You know what? We had a whole Bible study on discipline.
Yeah.
So when you think of discipline, what do you think of?
Applying structure.
Okay.
Applying some type of, it don't have to be physical, 100%. Some type of structure.
So the word discipline means to teach.
Okay.
But it also means to learn. So there's two, and you can look at it, biblical discipline, you can look at just but it's the root word for disciple.
Yeah.
So so you're learning or being taught or teaching. So disciple, to disciple somebody means to teach them. But I had a mindset that the word discipline means like to spank your kid.
Right.
No, to discipline them means to be like, hey, I'm taking your phone away, and this is why. So they learn that, like, hey, if I don't do this anymore, I won't get my phone taken away. So that's what true discipline means. We think it means to beat them with the belt, like you're gonna get disciplined today, but it's not that. And so that was a real cool thing to learn that.
And that's it too, because I feel like now in this generation, I know my daughter gonna watch this too. When she get in trouble, iPad, phone. Because it's gonna hit worse.
That's the only thing I got over this one.
Let me get that. Connection. When I
I'll
get
turn
home
it
from
off.
work, we're gonna work out. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Yep.
Weekends, no phone. We're gonna work out. You come with me to train. Come on.
That's the end of the world for them kids.
That is.
So we got to keep an eye on that.
We got
too,
to. Because if we don't be careful,
I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
That phone is a double-edged sword. It can be used for good. It can be used for bad. So we, I have to keep myself in check too.
you can
myself
get caught up
wife.
doom scrolling. It's called doom scrolling when you just
That's the second time today I heard that word. I've never heard it called that before.
doom scrolling.
That's crazy.
You
Doom
just scrolling like, and you get caught up 15 minutes. Well, I could have been doing something productive.
Yeah, no, I definitely get caught up. So we have to, but and like not justifying or whatever, but my wife and I are sitting in bed at night. We put the TV on and don't even look at it. We're both looking at our phones. So I told her, I said, listen, when we're in the bedroom, that thing goes to the side. And then you know what I started doing is, like, instead of like telling my wife like, hey, you need to get off the phone, and then me doing the same thing. So what I started doing is I just started taking a book. So instead of going straight, like, I would do what I had to do. I'd set my alarm for the morning. I would, turn the air conditioner on. I would make sure everything was set, put the phone down, and then, because I usually do it to help me go to sleep. So now I'm doing something positive. So I'm reading a Joby Martin's book, and I'm going to jump into yours too, at night in the room. So anytime we're in the room, in the bed, no phones. But I didn't tell her that. I just started doing it. 5-6 days go by. She's looking over at me. Next thing you know, guess what she's doing? Reading. Power of leading by example. As a kingdom leader of our households, that's what we're called to do. If I go at her in a certain way, be like, you need to read your Bible, she's going to receive that as exactly how I said it, and even though I'm saying it with love, she will receive it the way that I just said it. So that's what we're called to do as men is let's just call it one thing. For my wife, she'll say, like, you know what? I'm going to start going to the gym. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, positively, like, reinforcing what she said and saying, that's awesome. 3 days go by, she don't go to the gym. And I say, hey, what happened to you going to the gym like you said you were going to do? She immediately gets defensive. I said, listen, if I don't keep you accountable, who's going to do it? You had enough in you to voice to me that you wanted to start doing something. In my opinion, that opens the doors for me to keep you accountable. And I shouldn't be ridiculed or you be mad at me because of that. So that's part of our, as men too. And, man, I love my relationship with my wife now. Like, we don't fight. We don't, we always work through things. There's always, because of God. God's in the middle.
God's in the center. Mm-hmm. And I got to keep that structure in the household, especially keeping God in the center of everything that we do.
I'm not saying we don't fight. We still fight.
Yeah, of course. It's going to happen, but how you deal with it.
That's it. How you process and come to the solution.
Yeah. Because when me and my wife first started, I ain't going to say first started, because when you first dating somebody, it's all peaches and cream. But when you start living with each other, you go through certain things. We might not talk for 2 days. We walk past each other.
I try not to do that anymore because Latin women, my wife's Brazilian. So she would be mad for 3 days because I didn't switch the laundry over or something. 3 days. And I already know, like, what are you mad about? Like, I can think back and be like, maybe it's the laundry. I don't know why she's mad, but she won't even talk to me. And like, she's gotten so much better. Now it's like 2-3 hours, but I still will not go to bed at night without letting her know that, like, no matter what, I love you. I kiss her on the cheek because that's biblical too. It says, do not go to sleep without, So even if she don't forgive me or don't talk to me again, I did my part. Because we don't know, man. Yesterday's gone and tomorrow's never promised. Life is too short, and you don't want to go to sleep angry or upset. And little by little, teaching her that, she's gotten better. She's gotten to the point where she's only mad for 2 days instead of 3 days.
Yeah, it's an elevation. It's an elevation, definitely. But that's a blessing, bro. That's a blessing. Like for me and my marriage, I just got married in December.
Congrats, man.
I got married in December.
So walk through that timeline real quick too. I want you to talk about this, but walk through finishing the timeline of like going to prison or being offered prison, because obviously you're not in prison right now. So
I'm in the Word. I'm hosting Bible studies. I'm writing my poems. I'm on the phone with my sister and my mom, telling them, yeah, when I get out, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go back to what you said earlier. Yeah, we hear you. All right. Okay, then I'm telling my sister, like, I'm dead serious this time. Yeah, bro, I know you saying that, but we heard this so many times, bro. I'm like, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all. So, get an offer. I get an offer from the state. Listen, we're going to go ahead and give you 5 years probation. We're going to give you 5 years probation. Because in their mind, because I've never been out for longer than...
That's a good offer, but at this... You and I both know that's a setup.
So in their mind, they like, yeah, he gonna mess up. Yeah, he gonna violate probation. We're gonna be able to hit him with the bamboozle. He's gonna go back to prison. We give him a year tops. It's been 2.5 years. I'm about to get off probation in like another 2 months.
So you're getting off early for good
behavior. I'm
behavior.
getting off early.
And you paid it all off and all that.
I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. But okay, go to court, get offered that, jump on it, get out. My lawyer like, hey, I've been dealing with you since you was a kid. Hey, just walk light now. Hey, you think you can do it? He asking me, you think you can do it? You think you can do it? I'm like, yeah, I can do it. I can do it. I got it this time. So now it's to the point where he inboxing my mom and saying, yeah, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of DJ. I'm proud of him, for real. I see what he's doing out here. He's doing good.
Dude, you are making an impact on people's lives. And I know, like, because I know how it is to be like that humble servant. But I just want to give you your flowers for that, because from what I see that you got going on, and so far the story that I've heard, man, just keep going, man.
Thank you.
Because this is just the beginning, man.
Yeah, it's just a start.
I'm tearing up a little bit because I know how it is. I've been exactly in the same exact shoes. I've been in the, I was a year off, about to be off probation, and they violated me. And I truly was innocent. It was about over money. And probation, even as a white man, if you're caught up in the system, there's no discrimination. It's a setup for failure. You go to the probation office. I hate to say it this way, but they're mostly a bunch of men hating women who are like just out to get you. And I had 3 different probation officers, and like every time they switch, like I had to like re-explain everything. And like I truly was on the right path, and I was in a prison ministry, and they still violated me. I was 11 months in on a 1-year sentence of probation, and it was for weed, but I had just gotten paid. It was a Friday. I was supposed to go report to her that day, and then I called her. I said, listen, I got my paycheck in my pocket. I can't make it to you in time because we got off work late. What do you want me to do? She said, oh, no, don't worry about it. Just bring it on Monday. It's $555. Then I was done. And I wasn't making a lot of money. I could barely afford my rent and everything, so it wasn't like I could try to pay and get off early. But that night, me, my son, and my wife, it was right before Christmas, and we went down to the ice skating rink in Lake Worth. So we went down there. It was like Christmas time, like literally 3-4 days before Christmas. I'm driving back. I pull over in Jupiter to get gas at the gas station, and there was a cop sitting in the parking lot. And I drove by him. I didn't have nothing to worry about. I was like, yeah, Well, we finished pumping gas. I pull out, go to get on 95. Lights turn on. Comes up to the car. He says, hey, are you Jonathan Parsons? I'm like, yeah. Step out of the car, took me to the back of the car, put me under arrest, said, you're under arrest for violation of probation. He ran my tag. She already violated me. So he ran my tag, And it just happened to be I was in Palm Beach County and I lived in St. Lucie. So they took me to gun club and I was VOP, so I couldn't bond out. Spent Christmas in gun club. And then St. Lucie extradited me. And I was going to a Brazilian church at the time. You know how it is on a VOP. If you got a public defender, you ain't going to court for months.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see a judge. And like we had just got a house together, like me and my wife. She wasn't my wife at the time, like, and so we were just worried because I wasn't worried, but I ended up spending that month I was in jail in the spiritual dorm.
Okay.
So that was a blessing.
Yeah.
Because I spent a whole month in the spiritual dorm. My bills were paid. I had that check. My wife had the check, so she was taking care of. She's like putting money on my books, and our church paid for my lawyer.
That's a blessing.
They paid for my lawyer. I ended up getting out in a month.
That's a blessing.
They got a bond hearing and got me out in a month, and I was done. I was almost a year in. Like I just paid the little $500 in court costs, and they said you're scot-free. Go ahead. But I know the system is. But I think that was supposed to happen, because that month that I spent in there was like, I tell people that time of my life. It's weird to say it that way, but I was incarcerated. I was locked up. But I was the freest I've ever felt in my whole life. We had people bringing in a word every single day. I was around other like-minded individuals in the spiritual dorm, and it was probably that was the foundation of my walk with God. Like I was walking with him a little bit, but I didn't know him. I didn't know who he was until that time that I spent in jail. Then I was able to come out. My wife's the one who got me really Christianized. She's the one who was bringing me to church. But that's where I stepped up as a man, and my foundation was built. To be a kingdom leader, to be a man of my household, to be able to steward the way that my heart works towards my son. My son, I gave up custody of him. I signed it over. The 2 times previous when I was in jail, he's adopted by his grandma. And, he spent the last 3 years with me now. Still adopted, but, and I remember being in jail, and one of the guys that I was in there, he's like, don't you worry about your son. He'll be all right. And I just refused to believe that. I refused to let the devil speak negatively into my life through somebody. And I said, man, I'm not going to give up on him. I'm still dealing with the consequences of my past.
Right.
But I'm not going to give up on my kid.
Can't.
No.
Can't.
Sorry about that.
No, you had to let that out on the table, bro. That's a blessing, though. That's a blessing turn of events, how incarceration can save you. It can save us.
It
can save us. Not saying y'all looking. Don't run around and go to jail and think it's, we're not saying that.
We're just saying that there's hope.
It's hope.
There's hope because you get to that point where you're like, the only way, I'm so deep into this hole. I've dug myself so deep that like even when I get out, I was sleeping on my mom's couch. Like I'm in the lowest form of, we think of that like when we're in jail. Like I'm the lowest person on earth. We look at people who are in jail as like that's the bottom. That's the worst you can be. And like these guys, these men of God were coming in there and speaking to me like I was a normal human being. Like nothing was different about me than anybody else. And that's what I try to do now is go in there and just let these guys know that like, hey, don't give up. This is the beginning of your life. This isn't the end. Like even if you go to prison for the next 5 years, God's going to use you. He has a purpose for each and every person in this room. And we just might not know what it is at the time, but if we put our faith in him and put him first, limitless possibilities, especially with the mindset that most of us have. Like there's a reason why most people who are incarcerated, like government wants to control those people. Yeah. That's the reason why there's the way that the system is set up, the way that it's set up. But we're extraordinary human beings who have extraordinary mindsets. We write books. We're authors. We're able to like, and most of the guys I know that are really, really successful just got out of prison. Because if we take the half of that mindset we had when we were ripping and running on the streets and dealing drugs and doing all that and put it towards good, we can do anything.
Definitely, because it takes a lot of strategy to do crime. It takes a lot. It does.
My son asked me, he's like, Dad, I'm in this construction class. He's like, how did you learn how, like, what a quarter and a half and a half inch and all that was? I said, well, son, you really want to know? Selling weed, selling drugs. That's how I found out how to get a quarter and an eighth and all that was,
right.
Yeah,
man. That's a blessing though, man. It be blessing in disguises. right? And one thing that you just said that hit me, and that's the reason why I give back so much. Like, I like to go in the hood, in the trenches when I give back, and I like to pray for them. I like to hug people. I like to show them that God is real through me. See, a lot of people turn away from God because they feel judgment. They feel judged. Like, they feel like they're not going to accept me, or the person might give them a look who's supposed to be a minister, supposed to be a deacon, supposed to be a pastor. They give certain people looks or say certain things to people, and that'll run somebody away from joining the ministry. That'll run somebody away from, giving a time to God. So that's why I try to, like, tell people, all glory be to God. God love you. God told me to do this.
Come as you are.
Come as you are. Because I've been there. Maybe not as low as you, but I've been there. So I'm not going to come at you or, oh, don't touch me, or, no, you need a hug? Yeah, come on. Shake every man's hand. God love you. I'm going to pray for you. Hold your hand. A lot of people, they so like, it's just so crazy how people like operate but supposed to be walking in a light, and that'll turn people away from believing.
Yeah. That'll
turn people away, man. So it's good that you speak to people and keep them like of high value. When you speak to people, you speak high value of them.
Yeah. There's no difference to anybody of where they are, in their economic status or anything like that. We all put our pants on the same exact way. We all breathe. We all have the same color blood. We all, like, everything about us is the same. So we need to come together as humankind versus the division that the world and religion and different languages. And then the Bible talks about it. Like, God did that for a reason. He did that because they were trying to be like him. They in Babylon, everybody spoke different languages because they were trying to build a stairway to go to God, to heaven. You can't do it without him. We can't do anything without him. And the moment that I realized that if I just let go, and it's so cliche, it's so simple to say it, but like when you actually see it in action, when you do it, that's when you're like, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I start this path of this journey earlier or sooner? But, it's supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, everything happens. God's timing.
Yeah.
God's timing is a perfect timing. We can't rush God.
But I tell you what, man, it's so awesome to see. We have a group of guys, and actually they're going to be out there at noon, so I might try to shoot out there to this event down the street. Is we put a group chat together with these guys when they get out of jail, and to keep them connected.
Yeah.
Because, like, you get out and truly show them we care about them. Come, we're doing a barbecue today with you guys. Like, everybody come, show up. We're going to cook hamburger and hot dogs and hang out. And because it's easy to get out and go back to that same old lifestyle or the same street or the same house where all the same stuff happened. But if you're connected to somebody and you're not isolated, then you're going to do the right thing. You're going to continue to want to do the right thing.
That's what it takes, too. Like I told you, when I got out of prison, I ain't have that. I got my dad, but he's older now, like. But
he's proud of you now, too.
He's proud, man. My dad, that's how he met Monica. Monica wanted to interview my dad. Because his frequency, he's so high. He works at Publix, so she walk into Publix, he's greeting everybody, he's a talker, so he's smiling. She was like, you a believer of Christ? He was like, yeah. She's seen the light. So she like, yeah, I got a podcast, you should come on. He was like, nah. That's how she met me. My dad was like, nah, I got a son though. His Instagram is Rebirth. Check him out. And he got a YouTube, his name is Rebirth of Juve.
I found you, like, I followed you because I seen what you had going on and you showed up somewhere. So I followed you and I was like, man, he's in South Florida. And then you texted me because you seen she was on mine and then you were like, I'm about to be on hers. And I said, well, we already knew we were getting ready to connect because we were already on the same level. And she's like, you need to hit him up. I said, listen, we got him scheduled already. And last month, I'm like thinking the 23rd. It wasn't even the 23rd. It was a Saturday. But when you had scheduled it, I didn't realize it was the following month. So I was like here already. But that was a blessing too because I ended up making some individual content, and it was a good deal.
Yeah, that's a blessing. My dad's proud of me, man.
That's awesome.
I love my parents, man. He's so proud of me. He brag on me so much because he have a reason to brag on me now. Yeah. And now that I'm a father, I feel like yesterday I told my son, I'm steady messing with him. I'm steady messing with him. They taking pictures. I'm steady saying stuff. He like, chill, man. So I listen, son. I didn't have a problem. I said I didn't have a problem. I'm proud of you. So his little girlfriend, like, oh, Elijah, I'm proud of you, man. I'm excited for you, man. I didn't have a problem. I'm excited for you. Man. But that's how I met Monica. She hit me up. Hey, your dad told me to hit you up. So we went to talking.
I'm making T-shirts that say no coincidences.
No coincidence. It's not.
I'm going to make T-shirts. You got to get one. It's true.
Yeah, definitely.
And the people that understand it. They get it. And it's just crazy how God works, how he brings the people together that he wants to bring together. And, we can do so much more together than we can apart. And
definitely.
Anything, business, relationships, missions, anything that we do, we can do more together. So that's why I always say, like, anything you got going on that you need help with, man, I'm there. I will support you. Sponsorships, whatever, like, we'll figure something out. I'll help your mission in any way, shape, or form.
That's the unity, bro. It speaks about unity in Proverbs, unity. Because the devil's strategy is divide and conquer.
Right.
If I can get him over here and then pull him over here and whisper these words about him in his ear, then vice versa.
That's why isolation is so dangerous. Because when you're there, there's a difference between solitude and isolation. Solitude was Jesus going to the garden and praying. He wanted to be in solitude. And that's like, I'm pretty sure I could just tell that when you wake up in the morning that you go to your prayer closet. You go to your area of solitude. I already knew that about you because the same thing. Like, and there's a difference between that because we're going to be poured into. We're going to speak and receive because prayer is asking for God's help. Meditation is receiving his answer and meditating on his word. And when we're isolated, that's when we're thinking we're not good enough. And we're thinking that I can't do this. And why me? And all those lies that the devil wants to try to tell us is when we're isolated. And it brings you to, I've been there, I've lived it, I already know this. It brought me to a point of depression. It brought me to a point of, I'm not good enough. I have no friends. Nobody wants to hang out with me. But that was a lie that the devil was telling me. It's not the truth. And the devil will only attack you if you're something good's about to happen. If you're on the path and you're doing the right thing, that's the only time you're going to be attacked. You're not going to be attacked if you're isolated because he's already got you.
He already got you. I love to say that because it's true. If the devil already got you, I don't need to bother him. He already on my team. Done. What about him over here who's trying to get his family back right?
Trying to help people.
Let me get in his ear right here. Let me throw a test at him.
Oh, I already know when the devil's attacking. Like that level of discernment, like that's what I tell people is like, because if you practice on a daily basis, doing the right thing, being a Christ-like, that when those attacks come, like you already see the girl walking by looking pretty and you say, not today, devil. I got one 10 times better at the house, my wife. That one ain't nothing compared to what I got. You know? And that's the thing that men don't want to talk about too, especially is lust. You know, pornography, indulging in those things that people think it's like weird or whatever because we're raised as to look at women as pieces of meat. We're raised to look at women as if they're just supposed to wash dishes and clean the house and oh, you got money in the bank. What else do you need from me? No, we're called to love them, to care for them. You know, I see it with my wife. All she wants is for me to sit there and just love her. That's it. That's all I have to do to have the best life ever. For her to respect me and treat me the way I want to be treated as a husband, that's all I have to do is just love her. Give her time, hold her, show her how much I care about her, show how much I appreciate her. She will never, I don't know how to turn my washing machine on. Yeah. I don't even know how. Yeah. She won't let me.
Yeah.
She went to Brazil last year and I had to call her. She was gone for like 2 weeks. I was like, walk me through how to start this thing before I look it up on YouTube, like how to turn this washing machine. Because that's what God does.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
You know,
that's definitely a blessing. Our partnership.
Companionship.
We companionship. That's what I look for. Yeah, we the head of the household, but it doesn't mean like we just run over them and nah. it's a companionship. Because once you have that,
I mean, there's a
mutual
level of
respect-
it as fathers, I think, we
Yeah.
need to hold, because, you know, if I let this one go, he'll try to walk all over you.
Yeah.
But that's why there's like a level of that we have to have as men. Not that we're like slave drivers or anything like that, but it's like, hey, it's accountability.
Yeah.
If you don't want to hear me say take the garbage out, just take the garbage out.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you every time. Just do it. You know, every Monday, the garbage goes to the road. Just do it.
And that's a part of discipline.
There's 2 waters in the fridge. Go get the case of water from
And go fill it up. Yeah. Simple.
I don't even, but I had my family down my throat telling me that. So I was
Yeah.
like, man, I don't want to hear that. I just do it.
Yeah.
And that's what it means to be a man of integrity, because we already know God's with us. He's watching us. We might not think he's with us all the time, but we know we have to do the right thing even when nobody's looking.
Integrity. Yeah. Integrity will take you a long way. It'll take you a long way. It most definitely will, especially raising children and having that integrity. Because I know a lot of people, especially this coming up generation, they I'm not going to say they don't care, but like speaking to your child or disciplining them, they rather like hand them a phone or a tablet. It's more easier. But, you know, the easiest road, that's like we going back to scripture. Okay, the wide road seems right. The wide road, the party road, it seems right because it's easy. It's a lot of people up here. But the narrow road, you might have to go through a couple of trials and tribulations. You might be tested. You might be battle tested. You know what I'm saying? In this narrow, you know what I'm saying? So people might look at that road and be like, that's kind of hard. But the easy one, oh, yeah, that's easy. I can do that all day.
It looks glorifying.
It looks.
Like I tell people too, like you go to like a bar, like you look up at the alcohol and it's got like neon lights on the bar, and it's like glorifying this alcohol, make it look like it's so beautiful and pretty, and like the lifestyle. They show you like pictures of the club, everybody's laughing and dancing, but they don't show you what everybody looks like the next morning when they're hungover and got a headache. And where's that video at? Nobody's promoting that one. I don't miss that lifestyle for nothing, man.
Nah, I don't miss it.
And
don't miss it
I
at
wake
all.
up on Saturday mornings full of gratitude and happy to see the sunrise and just nothing better. And I'll still go hang out with people. Like my wife likes to go drink wine every once in a while. We'll go out to not the club, but like a little restaurant that like turns music on, and we'll go out there. But man, I see the enemy. I picture him. We were in Fort Pierce not that long ago. We went out to dinner, and it was probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And you could just see the freaks coming out, man. And I'm like, it felt like a scary movie or something, like where you see like something's about to happen, someone's about to jump out, but there was just people on bicycles and just like you could just see, you know how
you can feel that energy, you can feel it.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, I don't belong here.
Yeah,
like this ain't where I'm supposed to be right now.
You can feel it.
And but energy is very powerful. How we carry ourselves, the energy that we have can darken or make the dark places brighter. And that's why I don't think that we're only called to go to church, because the people in the church are already there. We're called to go into the dark places. We're called to go into jails and the prisons.
That's why I tell you, I like to go in the hood, the trenches.
Yeah.
When I do my giving out, like I wrote in a group chat to my bros that way in Fort Pierce. I say, listen, I want to go in the hood to give out these clothes, because I want to touch people's souls, bro. I want to pray for them. I want to hug on them. I want to tell them, like, you can get up out this situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like going in the trench, and then they can relate to somebody like me. And I said this to, I think I was talking to a pastor, one of my deacons at the church. I say, I like to go in the trenches because they might don't feel you the same way that they feel me. They might say, man, pastor ain't never go through this. He don't even dress like us. He don't even. But I might pop up, you know, dress just like you, and here, God love you. Hold on, who is this? Now they might ask questions.
Well, not only that, but even if you go into like cities where everybody knows everybody.
Right.
So if you're coming in as like an outsider, somebody they've never seen before. I was driving through the hood last night. I was working on Avenue D, driving through the hood coming back, and you could just see people like looking, like, I ain't never seen this truck here for a while. You know, like everybody knows everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where we get our blessings from, you know. And it's all glory be to God. It makes me feel so good Like, even my wife, my wife should tell you, like, he get a thrill of doing this. Like, last night, I'm packing up bags. I'm packing up bags. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm finna go up here and do it. Even when I'm making food bags, I'm so happy to do it because I see what type of reaction I get from these people. They love it. People hug me. People, they remember me.
That's the attention we're supposed to get, you know? And it's not even like, you know, they say, well, don't let the right hand know what the left hand's doing. It's like, I'm not doing it for that, for showcasing it. But at the same time, it should be showcased, in my opinion, because we need to be able to let people view the goodness of the world. There's still goodness out there. There's still hope, you know, and to unite, like you said, you know, what is the world right now? You got Democrats, you got Republicans, you got, you know, Muslims, you got people in Iran. It's like, no, why we're all human. I can get along with anybody. I can. I really can. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care what you're a Republican. It don't matter to me. Like, we can get along.
Yeah, we can find some common ground to get along because my energy, once I get in any room, anybody, hood, CEO, don't matter. Anybody, you're gonna feel my aura as a man because I walk with integrity. I'm gonna respect you.
Well, you're harnessing the gifts that God gave you. You're using those gifts.
Yep.
And that, like you said, like I tell people, like you pray for God to light the path. No, God, fill me with light. I don't need a light pole. I need the light coming off of me to be able to guide my path.
Right.
That's what some people don't realize, and is that like we are a light. Our energy is, when you walk into a room, like you said, you walk into the hood, like something's different about this guy. Mm-hmm. Like he's something's different.
Something different. You can feel
and
it.
You attract people that are like, I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it where like I walk into a room full, like you said, CEOs, and I'm running the room. Like I'm not by trying to or anything, but just like how I carry myself, how I'm talking to people, how I kind of have an energy and just get people to laugh and smile, and like it's different, and it's all God.
All God.
All God.
Be the light. I always tell my kids this: be the light. You be the light. It's going to be situations where you have to be like, nah, I'm straight. Hey, chill out for a little bit. Let's do that later.
Right.
And it's okay if people don't like if you do that. That's going to build. It's going to build characteristics, especially when you get older. You to the point where it's okay to say no to certain things. It's okay to walk your own light because it's come to a time now people want to fit in. And that's where I went wrong. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to keep up this image. I wanted to keep this thing going of this juvie.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to go back to the county jail before I got out. So I told my sister, I'm like, listen, I got these poems. I need a name. I need a new name. She was like, well, you should do like Juve versus DJ. I'm like, yeah, that sound all right, Juve versus DJ. I'm like, nah, I got to think of something else. So we trying to think of names. I'm like, you know what? Rebirth of Juve. Because I'm reborn now. Yeah. It's a whole new thing. And I want to keep Juve attached to my name because this is the rebirth of me.
Yeah.
She like, I like that, bro. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm changing my Instagram name. I'm changing all that. Rebirth of Juve. That's what it is. And that's how I'm standing on it. It's rebirth. Because if I can rebirth Juve, you can rebirth Jonnie. Yeah. You can rebirth Antoine. You can rebirth Lisa. You can rebirth yourself.
Well, that's what the Bible says.
Through God.
Yeah, the Bible says
all glory be to God. Renewal of your mind.
Daily.
Renewal of your mind daily. You have to renew your mind if you want to elevate. And that's the sad truth. If you want to elevate in life, honestly, you have to renew your mind. Certain things you have to cut off. Certain people you might have to cut off. Certain areas you can't hang around.
Sometimes it happens on its own. Like you don't even got to do nothing. Just people just go their own way. That's even good people, man. They come in your life for a season. You don't know why, but God just reveals certain people for a split second just maybe to give you that, like, hey, aha moment, like I need to do this. Yeah. What's next for Juvie? What's next? What you got going on?
I got my second book about to drop. It's called Camille's Closet, about my daughter. It's a historical book. And it's funny how I made this book because her mom always tell her, clean your closet, clean your closet. You need to move this, move this, move this, move this, move this. And I just come in the room and be like, hey, yeah, clean that. All right. Yeah. My mom be like, but what? When he said, we got it. I got it. So I'm like, you know what?
Just call on me when you need some help.
I should make a book out of this.
Yeah.
I should make a historical book. We're going to find historical things, and I'm just going to make a book out of it.
Nice.
So that's about to drop.
When?
Like 2 weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm submitting it now. It should be like another 2 weeks. 2 weeks to a month. It's called Camille's Closet, my second book. I got my LLC for my personal training.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a lot of football training, weight gain, weight loss, nutrition plans. That's Super Saiyan's Training.
Nice.
LLC. Because fitness is life to me. After God.
Honestly, I think it's intertwined.
It's intertwined.
Because it's part of the mind, body, and the spirit kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Some people might go a little different ways about it, but it's the same thing as like when you become successful, you're called to teach or you want to teach because you've gotten to a certain point. So the same thing with like fitness, I think, is like once you get successful, you if you're not fit, you got to get fit.
Yeah, like they say, health is wealth.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm spreading the word or if I'm doing something productive and my health is crappy, maybe I only got 10, 15 years, but if my health is up to par, maybe I can shoot for 30, 40 years.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's a beneficial.
Oh, yeah.
It's a benefit. You know what I'm saying? And I also got my nonprofit. I named it after my book because I was thinking about what can I name my nonprofit? What can I name it? Should I name it Giving something? I'm like, you know what? Love, Faith, and Miracles. And that's my daughter's name. That's three of my daughter's name. Love,
all
Faith,
three
and
of
Miracles.
their awesome.
You know what I'm saying? I got Camille, who I just made Camille's Closet.
Yep.
So I couldn't leave my baby out either. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make that book. So Love, Faith, and Miracles. That's my nonprofit. I'm on Instagram. You'll see videos, a lot of giving back videos. And I do it from the heart. Not to showcase it, not to look at me. Nah, all glory be to God. Because if I feel like this too, if people can make stupidity and violence go viral, let's go viral from giving back.
That's
Let
right.
my city to your city to the next city, let's give back at least once a month. Because it's somebody who need it. Somebody who truly is hungry. And like, okay, let's make this go viral. You remember the ice bucket challenge and all that was going viral?
Oh man, I did all that.
Yeah, let's make this. Let's give back.
So that is, you got something there.
Yeah.
Because then now you can call people out.
Right.
So I had a guy on here last week, and his name was David Gutman. You know how they have that thing 75 hard?
Okay, yeah.
It's like you work out every day.
Yeah, right.
You got to do inside, outside. You have to read a book and part of that you have to do it for 75 days straight. So what he's got going on, I'm sure he'll be okay with me sharing this because he has an app dropping soon with this. It's called 75 Soft. And what he means by that is it's 75 days of doing a good deed every single day. And then it's an app where he's got certain things on there where you go on there and you check in. And like if you make it like 30 days, you get a bracelet. You make it 45 days, you get a nicer bracelet. You make it the whole 75, you get like this, it's a piece of jewelry. It's not real or nothing, but it's you wearing something that says that like you did a good deed every single day for 75 days. But by doing that, you have and you're, I call it multiplying impact. You're multiplying goodness. Let's say you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you pay for someone's coffee behind you. They get up to the window. I've done this where I've gotten up to the window and they're like, "Oh, they paid for you." I was like, "All right, well, I'll pay for the guy behind me." And it's a butterfly effect of goodness. And so like you got something there. I think that's something maybe I'll help you, whatever you want to do, but where you call people out. You know how with this ice bucket challenge, you're like, "Hey, I'm calling this guy, and this guy out. You each got to do a good deed, and then you got to post about it, and then call out 5 more people." Yeah, that's something.
That's something.
Yeah,
that's something.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we can do it.
All right,
we can do it.
And then you're accountable now. Like you've been called out, especially on social media. Then people are gonna be like, now I gotta do
it. People watching.
The push-up challenge, all that. So that's
the blessings right there.
Yeah, man.
That's blessings, man. But that's what I got coming up next. More to come,
Dude, that's amazing, man. That obviously your path and your journey has been going for years, but you finally decided to walk in it, and and just making that decision and putting it to action. Look at everything that's come from it so far. So if it's been 3.5 years, imagine what's going to happen in another 3.5. Yeah. So that's the beauty, that when we wake up and we got God in our heart and in our lives and in the middle, that He's going to multiply our cup overflowing.
Definitely. Overflow. It's a blessing, man. All glory be to God, man. And it's a pleasure for you to have me, man.
No, man, it's a powerful conversation. We definitely, I didn't expect to get so fired up, but I love talking about God.
Yeah.
I love talking about how He's changed my life and how He's a part of it. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And I love meeting people that are on the same level.
Yeah.
This podcast has been crazy. How many awesome people that I've met, and you know, like, once again, how it happens. So we're definitely gonna stay connected. We're gonna
we
collaborate,
in,
and wherever we go, we're gonna be a part of something. And guys, you know, we're gonna put all his links in the biography. Follow him if you aren't yet. Get behind his mission. I'm definitely gonna get behind it. And thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Discipline and Legacy podcast. And we'll see you guys on the next one.